Hey there, Zelda fans! Amanda Van Heil here with another episode of Zelda Weekly. Remember those amazing Zelda games for the CDI? Well, Limited Run Games just had a showcase announcing a game that was heavily inspired by those glorious CDI games. Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore is a new interactive animated adventure, and it's coming to the Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam this year. It features hand-painted backgrounds and animated scenes, and it even has some of the voice actors from the original CDI games. Also, it looks super fun. There's no word yet on the release date other than some point this year, but we will be keeping an eye on it, of course, for any updates, and we'll absolutely be letting you guys know as soon as we hear anything. A big congratulations to Zeldathon on raising over $135,000 for Charity Water. But that's not the only Zelda charity marathon going on this summer. Going on now until July 22nd, Zelda Dungeon is holding their annual marathon, raising money for No Kid Hungry, an organization dedicated to ending childhood hunger. You can watch and donate on their Twitch channel. Link made the cover of Nintendo Magazine Summer 2023, celebrating the best time of year and the games that go with it. And while it's a Japanese publication, it has been translated to English. So not only do we get to look at the pretty pictures, we get to know what it says too. All right, so last time I had you guys ask me the questions, and here's what all you asked. All right, Crescendo says, question for you, Amanda. What do you think the next Zelda title, not remake or remaster, will be like? Ooh, that's hard. I think the next one they're gonna do is going to be, I think they're gonna go with the 2D style, just because it's been a while since they've done something like that. And that'll be like the tide over for in the meantime until we get another like big Tears of the Kingdom style game. Kirk1798 says, what was your first Zelda game? My first Zelda game was Ocarina of Time when it first came out back in 1998. Travis Lunsford says, Amanda, are you married? Yes, that's my husband, Dan. We will have been married next month for 12 years. So our anniversary is next month, 12 years. Yay! Jake the Snake Drummer says, is ZU your full-time job? If not, no worries, other details not needed. If so, how did you get involved? It is sadly not my full-time job. I wish it was. I feel kind of like it is, but it is not. And I say that like in the best way possible. Like I love it. It is like my life. But I got involved as a news writer a decade ago. I saw they were looking for news writers, and I do have a writing background, and so I was like, you know what, I'll apply. And I didn't tell a soul that I was applying for it, and then I got an email like, hey, you want to be on the news team? I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to Zelda Universe. And here I am now, 10 years later. Udal MP3 says, in terms of abilities, do you prefer the champions from Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Ooh, that's a good question. You know, I've got to say Tears of the Kingdom, just because, like, Tulin comes in handy, like, really handy. And we've got all the Zonai devices that can make us, like, go up high, so that's, like, no longer an issue. So I say Tulin because of the fast travel. I like having the extra attack power that Sidon has. And also just the fact that they all like fight for you the whole time while you're playing. So it's kind of nice just for somebody to get one-shotted. And James Riley says, how messed up is the Zelda timeline in your opinion? Oh, wow, that's a loaded question. So a while back, we actually did a Zelda timeline panel. We did that for PAX as well as IchibanCon, I believe. And I actually made that panel, so I did a whole bunch of research on the timeline. I know way more of it than I ever needed to know. And bottom line is, it's pretty much just the timeline. Sorry, the timeline just doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's pretty much just like, after everything I've seen, it's just fans were like, Nintendo, we want a timeline. And Nintendo's like, oh, you want a timeline? Oh, we'll give you a timeline. We'll give you 3. And that's basically it. I like the idea, though, that it's, you know, some of them do have direct sequels, but at the end of the day, it's the legend of Zelda. So, like, the story can change, or it could not. It just depends, because it's a legend. They always have different interpretations. All right, so my question for you guys for next week, do you guys prefer the big open world Zeldas, or do you prefer the traditional style Zeldas? let us know. Also, do you like to be asked or you like to ask the questions? Because I'll gauge it as to what you guys prefer. Just let me know. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching. My name's Amanda Van Heil. You can always follow us on our Twitch channel, Zelda Universe TV, and I'll see you guys soon.